Dobroden.
Sturavete.
And welcome back to our little Bulgarian adventure.
Autumn is definitely here.
Yeah.
Almost winter, but not quite.
Almost, but not quite. It's definitely a lot chillier.
Yes.
We have now lit our Petrka this year.
Yep, and reports of it working are spot on.
Yes.
Our whole plan of having the kind of open plan doorway from the kitchen where the Petrka is up into this room, so that the Petrka could heat both rooms, actually works.
So far, we haven't had freezing temperatures yet.
No. I may be biting the bullet. Biting the bullet? No, that's not right, is it? No. I may not be jumping the gun. That was the one. I knew guns, bullets somewhere along the line. But, yeah.
Yes, you may be jumping the gun. And you think it's going to be successful?
I think so. I think I'll leave that in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that plan works, and that'll be us nice and warm. Unlike last year when we had a big hole in the ceiling in the kitchen.
Yes, we did have a very chilly Christmas dinner last year.
It was cold. But the cats are also finding a way to keep themselves warm.
Yeah.
As you can see here.
They've definitely taken to snuggling up more, haven't they?
They have, yes. John sits on my lap an awful lot more. I think he does that just to keep warm as well. Not that it's that cold yet, but...
And Major's spending a lot more time in the house.
Yes. And last year the Major was staying in overnight here. He's one of... Him and John, they're not our cats, but they do live here. So. Yes, what else have we done this week? Well, you'll remember last week I was building kennels for the dogs so that they would be warmer this winter. Well, this is where we're at now. Following on from last week, we've now got to the stage where the outside of the kennels is fully clad. A few more jobs to do. I have the extra sheet of onduline so that I can extend the roof to give us an overhang at each end. But at the moment it's a bit too windy for me to do anything with the roof. As you can imagine, these sheets catch the wind. I don't want to be in a ladder trying to hang on to one when the wind gusts. So I'm going to leave that until it's a bit less windy. So in the meantime, I'm going to get on with doing the shelves on the inside. So I've got to put in these platforms for the dogs to sleep on. The plan is that there's a platform at this end and a platform at that end. So the platform will be across at this sort of height, so the dogs can get underneath or they can go on top. There'll be one at this end, one at that end. So there'll be a communal area in the bottom, a couple of platforms at the top here. They can choose where they sleep. Just got to make sure they're strong enough to support the weight of possibly 2 dogs. So that's the platform at this end of the kennels completed. It's sturdy enough to take my weight, so it should support the dog, so that's not a problem. Now, it's come as no surprise to most of you that we've had a change of plan. We do this quite a lot. We've got this in place, but we thought we'd leave the other end open so that they've got a bit more space and a bit more headroom at that end. There's a cosy little cubby kind of hidey hole down here that they can sleep in. They can sleep up on the platform, or they've got that area there. We're going to try all that. If it turns out that they like the platform and they all want to be on the platform, I'll just put another one in. And it's easy to put it in later rather than have to put it in now and then take it out. So that's the plan. That's it for the platform for now. So on with the door. So I've got to make a door for this doorway here, and unlike all the other doors in the compound and in the barn, this one's going to be a solid door, obviously to keep the heat in and the drafts out. So I'm going to make a framework, then OSB in the middle, insulation, cladding on the outside, so it matches the rest of the kennel, and that should do it. So I've started making the door. I've got the framework, I've got a central brace which stops this corner from dropping when it's hung, and I've also got the OSB backing. Now I've also left a gap at the back here so that I can fit insulation in behind the strut and then insulate across the top as well. So we have an insulated door or an insulated kennel which hopefully will keep the dogs warmer. I've also put the hinges on the far side, so my next job is to hang this on the kennels. Once it's hung, I'll fill it up, clad it, and that will be the door done. Oh, and add a bolt, just to be on the safe side. So that's now the door hung and insulated. We've tucked the insulation behind the cross beam so that it's up tight against the OSB. Our next job is to put the cladding on the door. We're going to go vertically rather than horizontally so it contrasts against the rest of the kennel. Once that's done and we've worked out some sort of securing locking mechanism, that's the kennel's complete. That's the cladding on the door. I've left an overlap which allows the door to close up against the wall of the kennel. There's plenty of room all the way round so that it's snug but doesn't rub, there's no resistance, it's a good fit. The next stage is the latch. What I'm thinking of doing is putting a block here, having just a lift up and down latch here that'll hold the door shut. They won't be able to push it open, be nice and secure. So that's the latch. It's nice and secure, sturdy, holds the door in place, but easy to operate. So that should keep them nice and secure at night. It's now morning. The dogs have been in the kennel all night. Let's let them out and see how they've done. Good morning, fellas. You ready? Good morning, good morning. Okay. Lovely to see all of you. Well done.
Yes, they've spent 2 nights in there now.
And they seem quite happy. We've experimented with bedtimes, but as soon as we put them in the kennel, getting them in is interesting at the moment.
Got quicker.
It's getting quicker. Winston is brilliant.
Yeah, he just goes straight in and plonks himself down. It's the 3 younger dogs.
It's the pups. Well, we're calling them pups. They're not pups anymore, but
yeah.
The pups have other ideas.
They're all right once they're in there. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
getting them in. They think they might miss out on something that's happening with
It's
us
definitely
both.
a game. We have had periods where I've been inside with all 6 dogs, and Lynn's been inside with all 6 dogs, but of course then we have to get out again. So it's entertaining, shall we say?
Yeah, they do seem to like it. And
Yeah.
when you let them out in the morning, it's noticeably warmer inside the kennel.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's good.
So that part of the plan has worked.
Yeah. And it does mean we now get up very early to make sure they're out early.
Yeah, we let them out and have a run around before breakfast.
Yeah.
So burn off some of that energy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But they seem to like it, so I'll call that a success.
It is working, definitely.
Well, this week I'm not here. No, I am, but I'm not.
No. By the time you're watching this, if you watch it when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm in England.
Yeah.
I haven't left Lynn. I've left Lynn and Max behind. And I'm going to be going to wonderful places like Screwfix and Poundland for reading glasses. Just getting the bits I haven't been able to find here that are small enough to bring back with me. I'll obviously also be visiting my mum and some of the children. And yeah, packing it all into one action-packed week.
Yes, I think the children have all got little jobs for you to do on their
Yes.
houses when
Yeah.
you get there.
I shouldn't have put the videos up, should I?
No.
Now I know I can do it.
Yes, I think there's definite plans afoot for putting extractor fans and bending holes in floors and all sorts of bits and bobs.
We'll see what happens when I get there. But I'll tell you all about it next week.
Yes, I'm not quite au fait enough with all the editing software to do this before on my own, so Adam is doing it earlier this week.
Yes, it's
before
actually
he flies
Wednesday.
out. It's actually Wednesday, yeah.
So I think that's probably about it for this half week.
Well, we did finish all our winterising jobs.
Oh, we have, yes.
Yeah, so we've lagged the pipes that needed to be lagged.
Yeah.
We've isolated the outdoor pipes.
We have. We've if you've got, make sure your water meter is well insulated. If you're out here, obviously.
Yeah.
If your water meter freezes and breaks, it's your responsibility to replace it. I don't know what they do in terms of water while it's not working. The situation hasn't arisen for us, but it's better to be safe. Plenty of rags, polystyrene, anything down there. Polystyrene is good because it won't get wet and hold the cold. So if you've got old bits of packing, anything like that.
Yeah.
Or the insulation I used on the kennels, that works. But yeah, make sure everything's lagged, make sure everything's warm, because you don't want the hassle.
So we've had our patches up and running, so our chimneys we swept not that long ago,
Yeah.
did we? They're all clear.
But that's another thing, make sure the airways are clear.
Pipes are clean.
You don't want a chimney fire. That's not a lot of fun. So yeah, just do a few little maintenance jobs. Clear your gutters if you can get to them. If you can't get to them, get someone else to do it for you. Just things like that to make your life easier when the bad weather does come.
We haven't had much rain this week so far. We are due Mancunian weather, I would say, on Saturday, when it's due to rain all day.
Yeah.
But up until now, we've just had the odd flash thunderstorm
Yeah.
and the odd light shower. Nothing too dreadful.
So we know we have leaks in the roof, but we also know there's nothing we're going to do about them right now. So
We've got buckets.
we have. Yeah. So now you really are up to date.
Yeah, that's it for us this week.
I think it is. It just leaves us to say,
Stay safe.
be well.
Doskaro.
Do skoro.